everyone. It's another episode of Marvin Says, and for today's episode, this is basically the first impression of the pre-ordered unit of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3, okay, smartphone that I pre-ordered, which arrived September 14, and it's basically a gift for my wife, Maureen, a birthday gift. So, without further ado, umpisa na natin. Huwag na natin patagalin pa. Okay, so the Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G Samsung is a pre-ordered unit from Samsung store, no? And ang maganda kasi sa pre-order, may mga freebies, no? At pupuntahan ko muna or sasabihin ko muna yung mga gifts na kasama sa unit, okay? The first one is this one. It's a 25 watts adapter, no? 25 watts is basically a fast adapter. Kasi ang alam ko, ang standard watts is just 5 watts, no? May 5 watts, may 7 watts, may 25, which is this one, at meron pang isa. Okay, if you're using a 25 watts adapter, then definitely yung charging time mo babawasan kasi nga yung wattage mataas. And this is a 25 watts power adapter. Okay, and it reduces the charging time. Okay, for all you know, this cost, if you go to Samsung stores, no, this costs around 1,800 pesos. And this one is free. Okay, it came with the unit. Next one, it's the Galaxy Buds Pro. Okay, as you can see, Galaxy Buds Pro is the counterpart of the Apple's AirBuds Pro. Okay, right, so ito siya. Okay, this is the counterpart. The Galaxy Buds Pro is the competition of Apple's AirPods Pro, which basically my go-to earphones. This is what I'm using kasi I'm on the iOS or the Apple ecosystem. My wife is on the Android ecosystem. So this is another one that came along with the unit, and this one is free. Okay, lavender violet ang kulay kasi ang pinili ko is lavender, no? For all you know, ganito ang itsura nan. Okay, so if you will buy this separately, this costs 9,999, so it's 10,000 pesos to any Samsung stores, okay, near you. So again, this is free. Okay, and another thing of the gifts or the freebies, it's a 3,500 e-voucher that you can use to any Samsung stores, and a 12 months Samsung Care Plus. You know, what's the Samsung Care Plus? It's basically a VIP customer service for Samsung users. So, since the Galaxy Z Flip 3 is a top of the line phone for this year, may premier service, which is the Samsung Care Plus. Okay, that's basically free for 12 months, no? I'll just double check. Yeah, ito yung literature niya, no? It's a premier service and for 12 months. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng pag-aasikaso, problems, issues that the user will encounter, sagot ng Samsung customer service and VIP. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng care, lahat ng pag-aasikaso for the unit. Kung may problema man, tutulungan ka ng customer service team ng Samsung. Okay, so isang tabi na natin itong mga to lahat, yung mga gifts na kasama ng pre-ordered unit. Punta na tayo dun sa mismong unit. Okay, September 14 I got this, September 14, and this is currently the go-to phone of my wife now, no. Before she was using the Huawei P30. Okay, that's again the top of the line phone. Well, it's basically not a top of the line kasi ang Huawei nung 2019 meron siyang P30 Pro. That's the top of the line, and then may Huawei P30. So my wife is using the Huawei P30, and that was like 2 years ago, and ito na yung go-to phone niya ngayon. Alright, so first impressions. Okay, una pa lang, it's a big leap from the 6.1 screen kasi this one is sporting a 6.7 screen display. Okay, so malaki siya, right? And ang drawback nito according to my wife is she basically cannot use her one hand in sending messages, no. With the previous phone Huawei P30 kaya niya, but this one gumagamit siya ng dalawang kamay. Okay, so she probably send text messages by just holding the phone like this. Okay, so for me naninibago lang siya siguro kasi syempre of the screen size. Medyo malaki nga kasi to. Well, malaki talaga. It's 6.7 display, no? So, yan yung feedback niya. Yung battery nito is 3,300 milliamperes. But, one of the letdown, but my wife said it's okay kasi tumatagal naman ng isang araw, no? So, okay lang. For her, it's not basically an issue. Okay? Aside from those two feedbacks, siguro the other one is the volume rocker. The volume rocker is here. Ito yon. Medyo mataas ang volume rocker nito. So, kung mag-a-adjust kayo ng volume, no, medyo, lalagyan mo ng effort kasi medyo mataas ang volume rocker. Again, it's because of the bigger display, 6.7 inches, no. So, yun lang yung letdown. But we're gonna go with the pros now, no. One thing that this phone gives you is innovation. Okay, why it's a flip phone is what the product itself is. So, when you're not using the phone, no, ganito siya. Right? This is the third generation of this phone. It's the Flip 3 5G. And kumpara dun sa Gen 2, ang notification nito mas malaki, no? With the previous flip phones ng Samsung, ang notification screen niya maliit, no? Maliit lang. But with this one, Samsung made it, bigger, so marami kang magagawa, no? So double tap, it's always on, no? It tells you the time, and then when you actually swipe to the left, it gives you the other notifications like alarm, voice recorder, timer, music, no, and you can add a widget kung anong widget ang gusto nyo, like a weather app. So, pwede nung lagyan ng widget, no? So, that is when you slide from right to left, okay? But if you slide from or swipe from left to right, then you can see the notification. So, makikita mo dyan yung mga messages, no? Like a Facebook Messenger messages or text messages. Okay, swiping from left to right, it tells you the notifications for your messages. No, now if you want to read a certain message, you just, tap, and then makikita mo na for emails, ganyan. So, ganun siya, no? So, it's very functional kasi malaki yung screen, no? You don't have to actually open the phone if you're just about to read your messages or emails and what have yous. Okay? So, that's one of the pros. Malaki yung notification screen, and aside from the notifications, yung camera niya, as you can see, dalawa, no? Isang macro, and then you have the ultra camera, no? So, pag naka-flip yung phone, no, what you can do is, this is the on this side, this is the power button. You actually just can press the power button twice, and it shows you that you can, use this for taking photos. Ito yan. Okay, so photos, and then when you swipe from right to left, magiging video na. Okay, so if you want to record the video, you just press the power button twice, or sorry, not press the power button twice, but you can just press the record button here, yung red na yan, and it will record. Okay, so it's recording. Now, I'm gonna stop this. If you want to take a photo like that, all you have to do, the volume rocker, ito yung volume rocker, the volume down, you just press the volume down, no, and it will take a photo there. So this is by using the ultra wide lens. If you swipe up, okay, if you swipe up, okay, the camera will shift into the ultra wide. If you swipe down, sorry, now if you swipe down, hindi masyado nakikita sa camera, but if you swipe down, dalawa lang naman ang modes for the camera, no? It's the ultra wide and then the macro. If you choose the macro, ang output ng photos nyo is one by one, no? This by using the phone in its flip mode, no? Syempre ibang angulo yan kapag binuksan mo na siya. Okay, so recording videos, correction lang, if you want to record video, go to the video, and then you press this volume rocker down, it will record. Okay, if you want to stop, you just press the volume rocker down again, and it will stop the recording. Okay, so again, the functionality for the screen, no, when the phone is flipped, mas maganda kumpara sa old Flip 2 kasi mas malaki yung screen size niya. Okay, now the star of this phone is by actually, flipping it to make it a one big smartphone. Alright, so ito na siya. I will start with the pros. Okay, as I've mentioned kanina, ang unang pro nito is the big screen, okay, for the notification. Number 2 pro is the screen or the display. The display is OLED, okay? And ang binayaran mo dito is the 120 Hertz display. So you can actually switch from 60 Hertz to 120 Hertz. Alright? So ano yung 120 Hertz? Ano yung 60 Hertz? Basically, it makes the movement smooth. Okay? Naririnig nyo ang hertz na yan sa TV, no? I'm currently owning a LG OLED 55 inches TV which I bought 4 years ago. At the time, it was the top of the line LG OLED TV. And it's just a 1080p, but it's an OLED screen, and the frame rate is 60 Hertz. But this phone, it's top notch. It's 120 Hertz OLED display pa. So, you can't ask, you know, uh, for more kasi andito na. That's basically the best that you can get in terms of display. You have an OLED display and you have a 120 hertz frame rate. Okay, that's the number 2 Pro. Aside from that, the number 3 is actually how handy this phone is. Sabi ko nga, it's a flip phone, no? So, if you actually don't want to use the phone anymore, you just, fold it and flip it and you can insert it in your pocket. Not unlike with the iPhones, no, malalaki, although they have the mini offering, which is maliit. This one, hindi siya mahirap ilagay sa bulsa, lalo na, sa mga babae. Mas maganda to, right? For me, uh, this, no, is suited for women. No, that's just me. It's because of its being compact and the form factor itself is suited for their, everyday use, no? Yun yung mga pros, no? Notification, screen malaki, and then you have the OLED screen and that 120 hertz frame rate, and then the phone being compact because again it's flip. No, you can flip the phone. Now let's go to the cons. Okay, the con one is disadvantage is the battery life. 3,300 milliamperes is way too low for, a top of the line phone. Ginawa nila kasi this is a, flip phone. Hindi mo pwedeng lagyan to ng 5,500 milliamperes kasi na-fold to eh. 'Di ba? Saan mo ilalagay yung battery na sobrang laki, 'di ba? So malamang yung battery nito it's either nandito or nandito. Kaya it's trimmed down, it's cut in half. It's 3,300 milliamperes but Maureen says it's okay, it's not an issue kasi nag-last naman yung phone sa kanya for 1 day. So for light, casual use, texting, basically for, communication purposes, and the casual, konting YouTube if meron siyang break, wala kayong angst sa 3,300 milliamperes. But it's a different story if you'll be using this for gaming. 3,300 milliamperes, this won't last a day. I'll tell you, this won't last a day. If you'll be using this for gaming, ubos to ng 4 hours lang. Okay? So, that's one of a letdown if you're a hard user, no? But for casual, again, nasa na siya, 26%. So, tatagal pa to hanggang bukas. And then, she's gonna be recharging this. So, that is one of the con, no, or disadvantage, the 3,300 milliamperes, but it's for two types of users. One is for casual and one is for the heavy user. So if you're a heavy user, this phone is not for you. The second one, yung crease. What is the crease? Ito yung fold. Ito yung side na, ayan, nakikita nyo. Ito, yan yung crease. So, kung hindi kayo maarte, bearable siya. Kasi syempre, na-fold to eh. So, talagang may crease to. Right? So, it's basically, hindi siya worrying, but sobrang kaartehan lang yung, may crease. That, by overtime, Samsung will definitely perfect this phone and they will somehow, eliminate the crease. But for this one, kita niyo yung crease. Kung maarte kayo, then sorry. But if not, for me, it doesn't bother me. And my wife doesn't bother her. As long as she can use the phone and it's fast, intuitive, the crease is not a problem. But again, it's a letdown. Again, it's the number 2 disadvantage. Okay, so number 3 disadvantage, according to my wife, yung uh, how she holds the phone. Kasi she's holding this phone with her two hands when she's sending text messages or just communication, no? Two hands when she's texting, answering to emails. Two hands compared to the Huawei P30 kaya na ng isang kamay. But for this one, dalawang kamay daw yung ginagamit niya. But for me, naninibago lang siya kasi I can actually operate this with my, with my one hand. It's just a matter of being used to it. Okay, so yun lang yung disadvantage, no? Uh, Aside from, dadagdag ko pa, yung build quality niya is glass, and it's a fingerprint magnet to. Ito. Okay, so you might as well, if you are to purchase this phone, you might as well invest in a good, in a good shell, a matte shell or whatnot. But if not, you want it bare, okay lang, no? Pupunasan lang yun siya, pupunasan. Again, it's because of it's being glossy and it's a glass back. Alright, another thing, dito, no, dito sa screen, meron siyang screen protector na built-in. No? You don't ever remove this kasi this is to protect the screen. No? So, I'm planning to put another screen protector dito just to add a layer of protection. But, you know what? Kung okay lang sa'yo kasi when natin use, may kita nyo yung mga fingerprint ni dito sa display. So, if you're not if you'll not purchase a screen protector, it's okay kasi meron siyang screen protector built in. Alright, so okay lang. So here's my verdict, no? Para saan to at para kanino to? For me, this is for those who want innovation. Okay, Samsung definitely has innovation for their product phone lineup for this year. They made it, compact with this one, Galaxy Z Flip 3, because nafi-flip siya, no? And pangalawa, this is for those who don't want, big phones. Although this phone is big, in terms of when you are to put this in your pocket, that this one being flippable, madali lang siyang ibulsa kasi nga nafi-flip siya, no? So kung gusto niyo lang being compact, go with this one, right? And this is also for people who want their, actually yun lang no? Those are just the two things that I can recommend, no? Kung gusto na ng compact, you get this phone. Kung gusto na ng yeah, kung gusto ng phone na compact, you get this phone. You want a good screen, OLED screen, 120 Hz, you get this phone, no? And especially this one, no, the color itself is intended for, for women on the go, on the fly. Okay, so this is not for gamers, although it has a good screen and a good frame rate. The battery life is just 3,300 milliamperes. You definitely will have to charge this every so often if you are on the gaming side. Okay? So, this is not again for gamers. Okay? So, yun yung mga letdown. Now, if you're one of the maarte, maiinis kayo sa glitch niya, this nakikita no, so, sobrang arte kayo, then this phone is not for you. But overall, I would recommend this phone. The cost is 52,999, so it's 53,000 pesos. And you can get this to your, favorite Samsung stores na malapit sa inyo. There's one more, which is the Galaxy Fold. That's being intended to men naman. Kasi malaki yun. You have like a phone and a tablet all in one. But, for me, that's too big of a phone na, no? The Galaxy Fold, no? So, if you are scouting for a phone, no? An iPhone contender. Samsung has a better offering, which is the Galaxy Z Flip 3G. You can flip this one. It has a good display. It has a good frame rate. The notification screen in front, is big. The cameras are flushed. It's not bulging. It's compact. And the RAM, okay, is 8 gigabytes, and your storage for this one, the base is 128. Okay, I got her just the base is 128. Merong isa pa which is 256, and syempre mas mahal yun ng konti. I think it's 56 yata or 55,000 pesos. Alright, but Maureen is basically just the casual type. She doesn't need the big storage. Not like with my iPhone, it's the 256 gigabytes of storage. No, but it's an old iPhone. It's a 2-year old iPhone 11. Okay, sporting the 256 gigabytes. At the time, yun yung pinaka mataas na memory that I can get for the iPhone. Okay, so this ends the vlog episode of Marvin Says. Kung may natutunan kayo at nagustuhan nyo, no, please like, share, and subscribe to Marvin Says. And till next time, guys. Bye.